Namaste to all the wonderful women out there. We are 12 days to go for Buddha Purnima, and for the next coming 12 days, our focus would rightly be on Buddha. Our focus would be on meditation, and our focus will be on enlightenment. Today, we are going to discuss about the topic right mindfulness. Right mindfulness is essential. Why? Because it helps us live consciously rather than automatically. Right mindfulness is the anchor that connects us to the present moment, helping us understand the nature of suffering, which are the roots of our action and our habitual reactions. Through right mindfulness, we develop clarity, we develop wisdom, we develop emotional balance and inner peace. In the past, we have discussed about right effort and right view. In the upcoming sessions, we are going to discuss about right concentration. For all these things, right concentration, right effort, right view, right mindfulness becomes the foundation. Understand this point very clearly. Concentration is there, effort is there, view is there, intention is there, speech is there, action is there, livelihood is there, mindfulness is there. But we are not talking about them. We are talking about right effort. We are talking about right view. We are talking about right intention. We are talking about right speech, right action, right livelihood, and right mindfulness. There is a great difference between mindfulness and right mindfulness. So, this right mindfulness has got four foundations. If these four foundations are set right, then the mindfulness will always be bang on right. So, what are these four pillars of mindfulness? It is mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of the feelings, mindfulness of the mind, and mindfulness of the mental phenomena. Let us understand them today. So, what is mindfulness of the body? This is also called as Kaya Upasana. So, mindfulness of the body means paying attention to the physical sensations and activities. This practice of being mindful, what it does, it brings awareness. Suppose we are aware about our breath. Suppose we are aware about the body posture. We are aware about the physical sensations. We are aware about each gesture that we are making through our hands, through our eyes, through every part. Then it is said to be that we are physically mindful. We have our right mindfulness on the body. So, what does this do to us? Okay, we can have mindfulness, but what does that give? It grounds us in the here and now, especially when the mind is restless. A woman wakes up in the morning, instead of just rushing into her day, if she sits quietly and observes her breath first, then sees how her body is actually responding to the breath. Later, while walking, she's aware of her each and every step, the feel of her foot on the ground, the wind, her skin. Then this act, this regular walk actually turns into a sacred act of presence. To give you another example for this, every woman cooks, right? Most of us. While cooking, a woman, if she consciously slows down and becomes aware of the feel of the knife in her hand, the aroma of the spices, and the steam rising from the cooking pot. Each movement becomes deliberate, and instead of stress, there's a silent joy. So, mindfulness transforms duty into devotion. To give you another example for this, during menstruation, instead of resisting the discomfort, if a woman just lies down, place her hand on her womb, and mindfully observes the sensation, like the cramps, the heaviness, the warmth, then she will honor this entire process very naturally as a sacred process rather than seeing it as an obstacle. Try it next time, and you will see a great shift in, especially at that particular period. Second is mindfulness of the feelings, being aware of pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral sensations. Feelings arise with every sensory contact. You see something, some feeling arises. You hear to some music, suddenly the feelings change. You smell something and some other feelings comes, right? So some touch happens to you, some other thing, some other feelings comes. So when you taste something, feelings comes. So every sensory contact arises some feelings in us. But mindfulness helps us notice them without getting caught. This prevents habitual reactivity like clinging to pressure or pushing away pain. And it allows the space for wise responses. During a stressful meeting, if a woman notices, if she feels, there is a tightness around her neck, the heart is actually, the heat is actually rising in her cheeks, then she immediately identifies, hey, these are the signals of irritation. Instead of lashing out or suppressing the emotion, she silently labels it as unpleasant, acknowledges it, and takes a deep breath. Then what happens? The complete shift happens, and this saves that moment, keeping her calm and centered. Just to make you understand this concept better, let us go through another example. Suppose after scrolling through social media, okay, you notice that there is a kind of unease, and then you compare. When you're scrolling, you would have seen something, and you naturally start comparing yourself subtly with others. Rather than comparing, if you're aware, if you're mindful in that moment, you don't chase the good feelings or fight the bad feelings. You simply pause and name the sensation as this is comparison, this is restlessness, and you gently bring yourself back to the presence. Hence, you're not caught. Or while receiving a long hug from a child or a pet or from anyone, you know, you may notice a tender wave of warmth which is just spreading through you. Instead of clinging to the moment or saying, I want this every time, you just silently smile and register this as a pleasant feeling, as it is, knowing that all things arise and they pass. Very simple. So, what happens? This mindfulness brings a huge change in you. Hence, you're not attached to anything. Third category, mindfulness of the mind. That means observing the activities of the mind, including thoughts and emotions. This practice means watching the quality of our own mind. Then you may ask, what is there to watch? There's a lot of things to watch in the mind. Observe, is your mind restless? Is your mind joyful? Is your mind tired? Is your mind angry? Is your mind loving? Is your mind focused? Is your mind distracted? By seeing these states, arise and pass, we begin to understand that we are not our thoughts. We are the awareness behind them. Is it possible? Of course, it is possible. How? When we watch sky, is always the sky clear? No. Lot of clouds come, right? The clouds keep shaping, changing the shape. Sometimes clouds are just there. Sometimes they're fastly moving. Sometimes they're slowly moving. But when for an hour you're just watching the sky, you'll keep seeing, oh, the cloud has passed. This has also passed. This has also passed. Then suddenly you see a clear sky. When we are able to understand that example, why? Because it is a third entity and we are just watching it as it is. So we know, okay, sky is clear. Today, certain clouds are there. Tomorrow, these won't be there. We are aware about it. Tomorrow, when we are watching that, the sky is heavily clouded, we just enjoy in that moment that, okay, it's very nice, it's very warm. We don't know whether just in next 30 minutes it will be there or not. It may heavily rain and things may go away. Or sometimes, you see it's cloudy. By the time you remove all the clothes, everything, you come out, it's sunny, right? So what we feel, we are like, oh, so quickly it changed. So we are able to observe because it's a third entity. Similarly, we must practice to watch our mind as a third entity. Then we understand, okay, at this point, this has come, it has passed off. Next, this has come, it has passed, it has passed, it has passed. That means we are the awareness behind it. We are not the thoughts. Morning, you're joyful. In the mid morning, you're tired. In the evening, you're angry. In the night, there's a lot of love. Again, you're focused. Again, you're distracted. How can one person have so many characters? They are the characters of the mind which keeps passing, and we are the awareness behind it. So we are not the mind. The mindfulness makes us understand this. Very simple example, a woman sitting in meditation notices that her mind is flooded with anxious thoughts about her children. Instead of being pulled into the worry, she recognizes the mind is anxious. She doesn't judge it, nor she gets lost into it. She continues watching the breath, and the anxiety slowly dissolves and disappears. That is a beauty that when you just observe, things will come, arise, dissolve, disappear, then it's no more there. That is called as the right mindfulness. To give you another example, when a woman goes to work, she checks her emails. She notices that, oh my God, there's so many emails. Her mind becomes impatient and scattered. Now the mind is restless. And if she is aware, she will mentally note that the mind has become restless seeing all the mails. Without blame or force, she just slows down, observes her breath, and then she understands. Yes, there are a lot of things, but what is important is focus on one thing at a time. And the scatteredness, that state just softens. So, this is important. And it only happens when you are mindful of the mind. Fourth thing, mindfulness of the mental phenomena. What is this? Recognizing and understanding the nature of various mental states and ideas. This is a deeper, this is the deeper insight layer. That means we become aware of just not the thoughts. It's not about thoughts, it is becoming aware of the patterns like desires, hatred, restlessness, doubt, or the arising wisdom or compassion. We learn to see these not as me or mine, but as a conditioned mental phenomena that arise and pass away. Example, a woman after receiving a compliment feels pride arising. Now she just takes a pause and notice that this is the mind which is actually wanting approval. Later that evening, she catches herself mentally comparing her life to a friend's. Instead of falling into jealousy, she recognizes the pattern that, you know, it's all coming from the root of comparison. And now she redirects her focus towards gratitude. Whatever I have, it's enough, and I'm grateful towards it. This mindfulness in action liberates us and transforms us. So, this is not being aware about the body, emotions, or mind, but about the entire mental state. I'll give you another example. While listening to someone's, someone is sharing a joyful, successful moment, and now you're listening to it. You feel a flicker of envy. Then, if you're not aware, you become a victim. But if you're mindful, you notice it as this is jealousy arising. Instead of suppressing it, ignoring it, you act on it. You just breathe and you say, you reflect upon it, and silently, then you correct yourself, rectify yourself, and you say, I'm happy for them, and wholeheartedly, because then whatever you are, you know, giving, you're getting it. You're genuinely happy in somebody's happiness, you attract it. If you're genuinely jealous in somebody's happiness, you attract that. So then you understand me and them are not different. And moreover, whatever I give, I will get. Let me give, let me be happy for them. Then tomorrow, so many people will be happy for my success. Another example, during a conflict, maybe it could be, with your partner, with a family member, with a friend, with a colleague, or with anybody, you start noticing that you have a strong urge to defend your point. Then you understand, okay, then you see others. When the same conflict is happening, some people are taking it, accepting it, and taking it as a feedback. Some people are listening, ignoring, and moving on. But when it is happening to you, you're defending, you're fighting back. Then you understand, oh, there are different patterns. And it is not once or twice, but I do the same thing every time. Then you step back and mentally start seeing what is happening. Then you understand this is a pattern where you want to be right. So there is a attachment of being right every time. And from there, the defensiveness is coming. So what happens from that awareness, you start listening to others more openly. And even a difficult conversation becomes a moment of growth and not ego. So that is all about when you are mindful of the mental phenomena. When we are aware about, when we are mindful about our body movements, when we are mindful about our emotions, when we are mindful about our mind, and when we are mindful about the mental phenomena, our growth becomes rapid. We don't get entangled into any suffering, but we start understanding everything. After coming back from Hasanada Dhyana Chakra, I observed that the pattern of my mind has changed. And when did I observe? Right after I've stepped out from there, I observed, okay, the mind is actually now responding differently. Then I started seeing, okay, from when is it happening? Right after the chakra is over. So, did I conclude with one day? No. I observed Sunday, I observed Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday, and it's not one, two, it is hundreds of examples. Then I'm like, okay, fine, this is the change. So how did I make that underline that point? Because I was very mindful about my mind. There is no change in emotions, there's no change in physical activities, but there is a change in third and fourth category. Third category thoughts, fourth category mental phenomena. So I draw a lot of learnings from it. If I'm not mindful, then that same phenomena will affect me. Remember, we should not get affected by anything. When we are mindful, whatever happens in our life, we become witness and we grow from it rather than getting caught in it. When we are not meditating, it is mindfulness. Two things, one coin has two sides, right? So when we are in meditation, we observe our breath. That is meditation. When we are not meditating, being mindful is equal to meditation. That means right now I'm speaking, there is no other thing going in my head. When it is 9 to 10, I am always here. Not even for a point of time, I'm thinking what is there, what is happening in work, what is happening here, there, everywhere. Nothing. 9 to 10, I'm here. After this session is over, switch off, go to the next moment. Then next moment, next moment, next moment. Mindful. Be very mindful. You should be, even in the mid of the night, if you wake up, you should be aware of your breath. How many of you are aware of your breath? You ask me, I am aware of my breath. Always means always means always. And does it come just like that? No, it comes with practice. But does that bring change? It brings a huge change in your life. So, practice being mindful. In the entire day, 24 hours, we might meditate for 1 hour, 2 hours, max 3 hours, right? Because we are not in Himalayas meditating, we are in family lives. We are in cities, we are in towns, we are in villages, we are in regular life where we have to go to work, or we have to do thousand other activities in a day along with meditation, right? We are not giving 12 hours also to meditation. So in that case, how much time will it take for the soul to grow? If you are in mindfulness, then the soul growth becomes faster. You should be in a state of receiving intuition even while you're crossing road. You should be in a state of receiving intuition while there's a huge negotiations going around you. You should be able to listen to that soul's voice. That should be your receptivity, sensitivity. Check yourself how many of you are able to do. The path is very easy. Mindfulness, right mindfulness. Thank you very much, masters.